Hey guys, it's Catherine Geraldo here. I have another great video for you guys full of some tips and information to just help you get started with your business, your blog, whatever endeavor it is that you're looking to go forth with. I apologize in advance if you hear any like weird noises going on. I live in a loud neighborhood and and I live with some pretty loud people, so just a little disclaimer. So I wanted to talk to you really quickly about this video specifically with starting your blog. Why haven't you started your blog? What's holding you back? It's so interesting because I know a lot of creative people, people who have great information to offer, who have great products and services, maybe not necessarily in a formal traditional business, but I have a lot of friends who, for example, they'll bake cakes at home and then they bake it for their friends, and sometimes they sell it for parties. I know people who one of my cousins, she used to braid hair, and she used to just have the nicest braids on people, and people would pay her, but not like often, and sometimes she would do it for free. And I told her, I'm like, girl, you can easily set up a blog and post pictures and get clients. So I just don't get why people are so hesitant about starting a blog. A blog is not intimidating at all. I tell people who may be intimidated by, like, let's say, the whole writing aspect of blogging, I say that a blog is nothing more than, longer versions of status updates. And some of you post these long status updates anyway. I mean, why not just copy and paste and put it on a blog post, And a lot of you are interested in blogging, but maybe you get intimidated by the technical aspects of it. I'm actually including in the description box some two tutorials, one for Blogger, which is I actually use both Blogger and WordPress for two of my websites right now, and so I've used both. I'm familiar with both. I created a tutorial for you for Blogger, so you can check out how to set up your Blogger blog, which in my opinion is the best way for new bloggers to start out with, because it's actually, in my opinion, again, the easiest, and it's free. Then I'm going to include another tutorial for WordPress, and this is for those of you who already have an idea of what kind of business you'd like to start with your blogs, or if if you're using blogging for business purposes. So if you already have a name set, and so if you're focused on making it into a business, then yes, for sure, go with WordPress. Start that way, but it's not free. It's a little bit of an investment, but not too much, not at all. And again, WordPress is a little complicated in my opinion, especially for if you're not that tech savvy, or maybe you're just not interested in too much, just like too much work. You just want to kind of set it up and like forget it. So you have options. There are a ton of tutorials. You have to really think about, like, what is it that's holding you back? Maybe if it's not technology, which, anybody can learn from a tutorial on the website, on YouTube. So you can use tutorials, so that's not an excuse. You can start a blog for free, so money is not an issue. And in terms of writing, again, you don't have to have long blog posts. You could think of it as a status update. You can have a little paragraph, some pictures, very easy to set up. So the only other thing I can think of is, that maybe you're just lacking some kind of like self-confidence, or there's something within you that is kind of holding you back, some kind of inner conflict. And trust me when I tell you, I know what that's like. I had a really hard time even putting myself out there with YouTube. One of my friends suggested, you got to start putting yourself out there with YouTube videos. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to be on YouTube. And, I don't want people to see me and whatever. So that was a self-esteem thing. That was a self-confidence thing. That was one of the inner things that I had to deal with. And I still am dealing with it. And other things, everybody has things that they have to deal with. One of the ways that truly helped me kind of conquer that fear was, well, number one, that I do want to build a successful online business, and I have built a successful online business. But YouTube is a great way to just get more exposure. Maybe some people aren't really up on Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus. Maybe they prefer YouTube. So it's a great way to promote. And sometimes people like face-to-face things. So yeah, it was for business purposes. And also I'm one that I like to try things that make me a little bit uncomfortable. In my opinion, when I'm in a situation that I feel a little fearful about, and not necessarily like a mortal fear, like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm talking about like that fear of success. Like, when somebody presents you with an opportunity and you're kind of hesitant about it, that's what I mean. Like, it's something good for you, but for some reason you hold back. So I learned that whenever I feel uncomfortable or as an opportunity is presented like that, then I have to go for it, even if it makes me uncomfortable. And it turns out that after the first time, it just becomes kind of like second nature. So if maybe some kind of internal conflict that is if that's what you're dealing with, or some kind of self-esteem issue, if you're looking to build a successful business, especially an online business, then you have to be out there. You have to put yourself out there. I mean, that's the only way. People like to see who you are, to get to know you. That includes pictures, that could include videos, So you just have to kind of, if it makes you a little bit uncomfortable, then do it. That means that you have to do it. So anyway, bringing it all back to blogging. If it's something that you've been interested in, if it's something that you've been thinking about, it is such a great way to promote your business. It's such a great way to put yourself out there. And it's also sharing what you know, what you love, your interests. So let me just give you an example. I used to sell products for a company, a weight loss company, because I used to use it myself. And so I used to sell them as well. So I would, on one of my blogs, post pictures. I would post pictures of my progress. I would post pictures of how I used and implemented the products. I would post whenever they had sales and specials. The bottom line is that people saw that I was actually using the product that I was selling. People saw through my blog how it worked for me. They interacted with me with comments and because I shared, like, for example, how I used it in my schedule and my routine, the people that were doing the similar things, they can kind of relate. So point is that the blog really helped potential clients purchase products from me. It was kind of like, it was the difference between me just saying, oh, here, this product is awesome and it's great and you're going to lose a lot of weight, and them actually seeing the proof, and it's not just one picture like, oh, here's my before and here's my after picture. It's actually consistent posts, like maybe one time per week, where they got to see through like a 3-month period the changes that took place and the fact that the product did work and what it did for me, so a blog can be the difference between having a potential client and having an actual client. So again, if there's something that you can make money off of everything, guys. So don't even think, oh, I don't know if I could, you can make money. Okay. So if you've been on the fence about starting a blog, if you've been on kind of fearful of putting yourself out there, you don't know where to start, please, I encourage you, come over to my website. I will have the information below. I actually have a group for entrepreneurs, for people looking to build businesses through blogging, and they're just like you. They're newbies. Maybe they've never started before, or they have started but they haven't really done anything else with it. And it's a free group on Facebook. I share a lot of content, a lot of value to help people get started, help them find their niche, help them figure out what platform will work for them. And then we also network with each other, share resources. So come on over. Don't be afraid. Start it now and get your money, okay? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for checking in, and we'll be in touch. Bye.